The Edmonds family says that the Orleans Parish School Board received its $2 million donation to keep Leah Chase School open.
The school's future was unclear until last night, and that's when the board decided to accept the donation to keep the school open after more than 2 hours of public comments. The board also agreed to accept a $225,000 donation from the Leah Chase Family Foundation. Now that the money is received, the board must keep the campus open for at least 2 years. The money must be used for operating expenses only, and the board must report how that money is used.